Grab your popcorn because this is a creepy one. Charlie and Mina are comfortably looking at a beautiful rental property they will be renting for a couple's getaway. Josh walks in who greets his girlfriend Mina. Josh is only a Lyft driver while his older brother is a big shot who makes tons of money. Michelle is excited for the couple's trip with Josh and Mina. Charlie points out that Mina is way too good for his brother Josh because Josh just got out of jail for beating someone up. Charlie says Josh hit the jackpot with Mina while Michelle just listens to him. Nothing sus around here. Josh decides to bring his dog to the trip even though no pets are allowed at the rental unit. Later, Mina says the guy who hosts the place denied Mina's request to rent out the place because of her last name Mohammadi. They think the host is a racist because Charlie got accepted automatically. They finally arrive at the place but the guy isn't there. Taylor is suddenly right behind them. Taylor says his brother owns the place but he manages it. Then, Taylor wonders how a Middle Eastern woman got mixed in with the family of white people. Mina is annoyed of the situation but she's unable to do anything about it since they already paid for the place. Taylor gives a tour, and as he's about to leave, Mina brings up her request to rent out the place getting denied. Taylor doesn't give Mina an explanation then leaves. While exploring the property, Josh finds a mysterious door that has an electronic door keypad in order to enter it. Then, while walking on the beach, Michelle mentions to Josh that Charlie and Mina's work relationship is a little weird but Josh will eventually get used to it. Michelle thinks it's best to give the two space. Later, they notice that Taylor dropped off the telescope. Mina is a little upset because it's creepy that Taylor can just come and go as he pleases on the property. At night, they're about to do some Molly. Michelle grabs some but she says she will pass for tonight so she won't be tired for tomorrow's hike. Josh, Charlie and Mina all party. Meanwhile, Michelle is already fast asleep. When Josh goes to bed, Charlie and Mina start to flirt while looking at the telescope. Charlie and Mina decide to go into the hot tub together. They drink some more together. Eventually Charlie tells Mina that she's smart and helps him become a better person. They cheers to their work partnership but eventually they get a bit too close, and he's ready to seat her. The dog Reggie spooks them by barking at something in the dark. Mina realizes it's a sign to go to bed. Meanwhile, someone from the distance is breathing heavily while watching them. While Mina is cleaning up in the shower, Charlie decides to come in and they do it. The next day rolls in and Mina and Charlie are totally hammered from the previous night. Mina is probably extra hammered if you know what I mean. Michelle wants to leave right away for the hike but the two cheaters are too tired. Josh says he can sit back with Mina but Mina insists Josh goes with Michelle. Before Josh and Michelle leaves, Josh reminds them to watch over his dog. Then Mina tells Charlie that they can't ever do that again because she really loves his brother Josh. On their hike, Michelle finds out that Charlie has a pattern of cheating. And the mistress becomes his new girlfriend. First there was Zoe, then Charlie cheated on her with Jen. Then while he was with Jen, he cheated on her with Michelle. And we know what happened last night so the cycle continues. While they're on their hike, it seems like someone is watching them. Back at the house, Mina takes a shower again but then notices a camera in the shower head. She calls Charlie over who then goes to the other bathroom where they did it. There's a camera there too. Mina wants to call the cops but Charlie says they can't because then the footage of them doing it will be put into question. Mina hates the thought of a racist touching himself to her. She's afraid Taylor will show Josh and Michelle the footage so she suggests they leave the house early. Charlie says to just stay for one last night and pretend everything is okay. Eventually Josh and Michelle are back but Michelle is pissed after finding out about Charlie's dating history. Josh says he's sweaty and wants to take a shower but of course Mina doesn't want him to because of the cameras. Meanwhile, Michelle confronts Charlie about his cheating history. Charlie is pissed about Josh's big mouth. Michelle goes to the living room and tells them they're going to do Molly. No one is up for it so she takes Molly all by herself. When the sun is about to go down, Josh realizes his dog is missing. The three call out his name while looking for him. It's too dark now and they still haven't found the dog. Michelle called Taylor to come over to help fix the hot tub. Charlie is a little annoyed by this, and Josh suspects Taylor took the dog. Charlie doesn't want Josh to ask about the dog since dogs aren't allowed. But Josh does so anyway. Taylor is confused because he didn't even know they brought a dog. While Taylor is fixing the hot tub, Michelle is mocking him because his butt crack is showing. It's finally fixed. Then Taylor tells Mina that the no dogs policy is his brother's idea. Eventually, Mina confronts Taylor about the camera in the shower head. Taylor says he had nothing to do with the camera at all. He thinks Mina is trying to scam him, so he wants to call the cops. Mina tries to stop him. Josh sees this and goes over to beat Taylor up to a pulp. Mina is trying to stop him, but Charlie has to get in there to apprehend his brother. Michelle checks to see if Taylor still has a pulse and she's relieved that he's still alive. Outside, Mina eventually tells Michelle about the camera in the house and what had just transpired. Mina feels bad for confronting Taylor about it because it had sparked the whole ordeal. Meanwhile, someone is listening to their conversation from a camera footage. This mysterious person goes in the house and suffocates Taylor until he dies. Then, Michelle is adamant about calling an ambulance. Charlie says there's camera footage to show that Josh assaulted Taylor. However, Josh says it was self-defense. Then, Charlie realizes Taylor is no longer breathing, so they shouldn't call an ambulance anymore. Josh is pacing because he doesn't understand how Taylor could die from that. Michelle wants to call the police, but Charlie doesn't want his brother to go to jail for the rest of his life. Charlie suggests they stage an accident of Taylor falling off the cliff. Mina points out there's cameras and they're wireless, so the footage is on a cloud. Michelle really doesn't want to be part of this plan, so she storms into her room. The three of them haul Taylor away, then clean up the bathroom. Michelle says they're all accomplices now and this issue will never be over. Then, the three take Taylor's body and toss it over the cliff. Unfortunately, it lands on a rock instead of falling into the water. Charlie then grabs a large rock to hit the body, but he misses. Eventually Josh goes down to push the body off the rock. Back at the house, Michelle hears water running. Both showers are running, and when she goes to turn one off, the other shower turns on. She hears water running upstairs, but it's actually the footage of Mina and Charlie. She's completely shocked to see Charlie hopping in the shower with Mina and kissing her. The three of them are about to go back into the house when a man suddenly appears from the darkness and starts following them. Then, they see Michelle driving away with their car. Charlie is able to catch up to her. Michelle admits that she saw the videotape. Charlie apologizes profusely, saying it was a mistake and it didn't mean anything. Michelle is finally like "F this" and drives away. Josh is confused as to why Charlie is so calm since Michelle just left them stranded. Meanwhile, Michelle gets a flat tire and this causes her to lose control of the car, eventually hitting a tree. She screams the F word and starts crying. She takes out her phone to see what she hit, then she realized there was a spike strip that someone intentionally put there. She rushes back to her car to gather herself, then texts Charlie about the car. In the darkness, someone appears in her window and it startles her. Back at the house, Charlie gets the text from Michelle about the car. He rushes out to find her. In the darkness, Charlie calls out for Michelle but realizes she's not there. He calls her phone and hears it, so he walks towards it. He then comes across Michelle's slashed face when a man emerges and hits him multiple times. Meanwhile, Josh and Mina try to open the door with the keypad but no luck. Josh eventually just kicks the thing open. They rummage through a bunch of boxes. Josh finds weird Polaroids, but he doesn't tell Mina or the viewers what it is. Mina goes back inside the house when suddenly Josh receives a text from Charlie. It's a voice recording of Charlie and Mina saying they can't ever do it again. Josh confronts Mina about this. He wonders what can't ever happen again. Mina is dumbfounded and doesn't know what to say. Then Josh receives a photo of Mina showering. Then he gets the video of Charlie and Mina doing it. Josh hears a sound downstairs and thinks it's Charlie, so Josh starts to go on a rampage. Cameras are recording all of this. Then, Josh goes into a closet but the man pops out and hits Josh. Mina hears this and rushes downstairs. She sees Josh laying on the ground and the man emerges from the darkness, so Mina rushes back up. Josh tries to protect Mina by grabbing onto the man, but the man decides to hammer Josh's head in. Once the man is upstairs, he notices the balcony door open and Mina's shoes are on the first floor. He goes down to catch her. However, Mina was upstairs hiding. Mina eventually goes downstairs but the man attacks her right outside. She's able to stab his face but it doesn't do much. He chases after her into the dark foggy woods. Then Mina eventually falls off a cliff. The man goes back to gather his weapons and cameras. He stares at his face in the mirror then removes his mask. The good dog Reggie returns but then he runs away. Much later, a woman shows the mysterious man a new place. He makes copies of the keys then starts putting in cameras like the other property. The movie ends with footage of random people renting out these rental vacation properties, and them just doing random things. The man then is about to attack a woman sleeping before the credits start to roll. Creepy because it could really happen to anyone who gets an Airbnb. That is why I'm starting to prefer hotels more.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like. It really helps the channel.